The forest was unusually silent that evening. My boots crunched on the moss-covered ground, echoing softly in the towering alien trees. I wasn't supposed to be here, not alone. Not after what had happened the last time I wandered too far from the human settlement on Thryn 5. But curiosity had always been my undoing, and tonight, it led me to her. Her name was Liora. I had met her weeks ago at the edge of the settlement, tending to a small garden of bioluminescent plants that pulsed like tiny stars. Unlike the other aliens in the colony, who seemed indifferent or even hostile to humans, Liora had approached me without hesitation. She smiled when she spoke, and her eyes glimmered with intelligence I hadn't seen in anyone else. Earlier that day, I had received her invitation. A simple hollow message flickered in my wrist device. "Come to my home. I have something important to tell you." Now, standing outside her dwelling, a structure unlike anything humans had built, organic yet symmetrical, with walls that seemed to breathe, I felt a shiver of anticipation. The doorway was open, as if it had been expecting me. "Human," a soft voice whispered behind me. I spun around to see Liora stepping out from the shadows, her skin reflecting the soft luminescence of the forest. She looked concerned. "You shouldn't have come alone." I didn't want to refuse," I stammered. "You asked." Her brow furrowed. "Some truths are dangerous. Not all dangers are obvious." I frowned. "What do you mean?" She hesitated, her gaze flicking toward the dark tree-line. "Inside my home, my mother is not used to humans. She believes in trials, tests of loyalty, courage, and the worth of one's soul. She won't just talk to you. She will judge you. And if she deems you unworthy," her voice trailed off, leaving the threat hanging in the night air. I swallowed hard. The thought of facing her mother unprepared made my stomach churn. Yet something in her eyes encouraged me. There was trust there, and I couldn't betray it. "I'll be careful," I said finally. "I promise." Leora's lips curved into a faint smile. "Good. Follow me, and keep your wits about you." The path leading to her home was lined with glowing flora, their light illuminating the way. The building itself seemed alive, its walls shifting subtly like scales. When we reached the entrance, Liora paused. "This is where your courage will be tested. Once you step inside, there's no turning back." I nodded, feeling a mix of fear and excitement. "I'm ready." Inside, the atmosphere was different. The walls pulsed with a warm, reddish glow, and the air smelled faintly of ozone and wildflowers. At the center of the room, sitting upon a raised dais, was the figure of Leora's mother. She was taller than any alien I had seen, regal and commanding. Her presence radiated authority, yet there was an almost imperceptible sadness in her eyes. "Liora has brought a human here," she said, her voice deep and resonant. "Step forward, human, and tell me why you deserve to be in my home." I cleared my throat. I am here because I trust Liora, and because she trusts me. I want to learn from your people, to understand you, and to prove that humans can be honorable and trustworthy. Her gaze pierced me. For a moment, I felt as if she was seeing into the deepest corners of my mind, evaluating my intentions and weighing my worth. "You speak of honor," she said slowly, "but words are not enough. Actions define worth. Do you understand the trial that awaits?" I nodded. "I do." "Very well," she said. "Follow me." She led me through a series of corridors, each lined with holographic projections of battles, ancient rituals, and the history of her people. It was overwhelming, an entire civilization unfolding before my eyes. Then, we entered a chamber filled with pools of glowing liquid. "This is the trial of reflection," she explained. You will confront your deepest fears and your truest desires. Only by overcoming the illusion of weakness can you demonstrate your worth. As I stepped toward the first pool, I felt my surroundings shift. The room dissolved into darkness, replaced by the image of Liora, lying injured on a battlefield. Alien weapons surrounded her, and her face was twisted in pain. My heart lurched. "No!" I shouted, reaching for her, but my hand passed through the illusion. A voice echoed in my mind. "Courage, human. You cannot save her by fear alone." I closed my eyes and focused. Memories of Leora's trust, of her kindness, of the moments we had shared, filled me. I realized then that strength was not measured by force or speed, but by resilience and conviction. When I opened my eyes, the vision shifted. I was no longer trying to save her. I was standing beside her, defending her calmly, strategically, with confidence. The battlefield dissolved, and I found myself back in the glowing chamber. The alien queen stood before me, her expression unreadable. "You have passed the trial of reflection," she said finally. "You have demonstrated courage, loyalty, and the ability to act under pressure. But there is one final test." I braced myself. "This test is of honesty," she continued. "Tell me your deepest intention regarding Liora." I swallowed, my heart pounding. "I care for her, not for what she is or what her people are, but for who she is. I will protect her, honor her trust, and never betray her." A silence fell. Then, slowly, the queen extended her hand. "You speak truthfully. That alone is rare among humans and aliens alike. Liora chose well in inviting you here." Liora stepped forward, her eyes wide with relief. "Mother," she whispered. The queen's stern expression softened. "Very well. You may stay. But remember, human, trust is earned, and loyalty is tested repeatedly. You have proven yourself today, but the galaxy is full of trials yet to come." I nodded, feeling a weight lift from my shoulders. The tension that had gripped me since stepping into her home melted into relief and pride. Leora's hand found mine, warm and reassuring, and I felt a bond form stronger than anything I had ever known. "Thank you," I said quietly. Leora's mother regarded me one last time. "Do not squander this opportunity. Learn, grow, and protect what you value. That is all I ask." As we left the chamber, Liora leaned closer. "You were amazing. I warned you, but you proved yourself beyond what I expected." I smiled, feeling a mix of exhaustion and exhilaration. "I couldn't have done it without your warning." She laughed softly. "Perhaps. But next time, you won't get a warning." I shivered, half in fear, half in anticipation. The universe was vast, unpredictable, and full of dangers. But for the first time, I felt ready. And I knew, no matter what came next, I would face it with Liora by my side. As we walked back into the soft glow of the alien forest, I realized that this night had changed everything. A single invitation, a warning, and a trial had shifted the course of my life. Trust had been tested, courage had been proven, and a human had earned a place in an alien heart. And in the galaxy that stretched infinitely above us, anything now seemed possible.